Okay, we're back. I filled in the black part of the eyes. The whole fish is dry. I used a Millennium ZIG art pen. It just has a very nice fine tip. It's very convenient for those kind of things. You can use very, dry black paint if you wanted to. Just for something like this, I prefer to just go ahead and use the marker there. Okay, so the last things we really only have to do are give him, or this is Flo, so we're going to give her little eyelids here, which come in closer to the black, so that'll fill in some of this top white space. And then we're also going to work on her mouth, making that a little more distinct. And then that's it. Flo is ready to swim with Finn. Okay, so for the eyelids, let's see. I'm going to take that Alizarin Crimson, and I'm going to add just a tad of the burnt Sienna. Okay, this is very watery. I don't know if I want it that watery, so let me add a little bit more pigment. And I actually am going to use a version of this for the eyelids and the mouth. Okay, so I'm going to just dab some of the paint color off that. And we're just going to come in. Here's the original so you can see. We're just going to come in close to and the eyelids kind of, bump off the face a little bit. We're going to come in close to the eye. And draw those in, or paint those in. Let's see. These are still pretty watery. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a more dry mixture. So very little water. See, as you can see, it's not a puddle. It's just the color. So it'll make it a bit more opaque for those eyelids there. And again, if you don't like something, you can always rinse your brush, pat it dry, and just kind of come back over, and it will take off that pigment. So you can make it, if it's too dark or too intense, you can take that right off, no problem. Okay, we're going to do the second eyelid. I know these are a little darker than Finn's, but that's okay. They'll dry a bit lighter, and I'm actually going to pat my brush there and kind of go back in and take off some of that pigment and see how it just kind of blends it in there better, a little better. Remember, this is a fish, so it's not going to be all, perfect straight lines. Okay, so we'll have her eyelids there. And then let's get a little bit more of that burnt sienna color. There we go. And we'll come into her mouth. Now, you can see her mouth comes all the way down to the base of that yellow, so we're going to just trace around here. Let's make that pretty distinct. I'll rinse and just fill that in with the wet, kind of dragging the color from the edge. And we'll just make this line just with what's on my brush. I'm just going to make this a little more distinct, bring that to the bottom of the mouth, and then the same up this way. Okay. Now, I do think that I like on Finn how, some of this coloring in the middle here is a bit more bold. So without touching those eyelids, I'm just going to come in with that clean brush, just wet. Let's see, we'll do that Alizarin crimson color. And I just want to make this more, just more. So there's not as much of a contrast between her eyelids. Okay, so I'm just kind of dabbing that in. Okay. I think we've got it. Let's add a little bit more of this burnt sienna, a little less water. I'm just kind of going to go straight from the paint block there and just distinguish her mouth a little bit better. Sure, she's looking for that fish food. Okay. Okay. And I think we've just about done it here. Okay. I think we're gonna let flow be flow and let her dry. So thanks for joining me today. I was happy to be a part of your painting journey today. And share any comments or any pictures of your own in terms of your own versions of flow or fin or any other things you'd like to share. I'll be happy to know. My name is Alicia Christina, and I hope you have a wonderfully blessed day.